$11:30. Let's start, man. No wasting time today. Let's just go straight to the chart, see what's been happening. Again, we're just gonna keep the analysis simple. I found it much better instead of just filling my charts with everything. So we're just gonna go to the monthly real quick and the weekly. I mean, we still have a lot of time, so let's let me do a recap of yesterday's trade. And this is amazing. Oh wow. Okay, so this is kind of where I had mentioned that I think we're gonna be getting to, and we did get there. So amazing. Oh man, that would have been a nice deal. And they still came down to take out whoever had their stop loss, like down here. So if you're holding, or if you are breaking even, oh, it didn't take you out. But I mean, if you're still holding after getting to this far, and your stops is like just around here, I don't think that's smart. So this will go down in the journals as a potential of, let me see, a potential of 1:5 R, and actually the stop loss was not hit, so the potential is this high. But just keep it real, man. I think I'm just gonna have it there. So that would have been a banger. Did I close everything? I think I left a small runner, so we're back to 18k, so that's good. Yeah, that was a small run I left, and we made like 780 out of it. So total trade was 457. It doesn't matter. So that was a nice trade, a very nice trade. So my initial where I thought price would get to was this high, but my strategy so far says, you know, take something off of that previous one or high, which is that level marked in red. And I don't know, I got a little bit scared when we got here first, and I didn't take some money off because I'm thinking, let me just hold up to here. And we started going down, and I'm like, oh crap, I should have just paid myself there. But when we started going up, I was like, maybe this is it. But yeah, I kind of took a big chunk over there. So it came down, and then this was so abrupt, boom. But my final TP was there. So looking at that market, because I've seen that play again, right? After I do my analysis, and I'm like, okay, the 1 hour, if we do come and take the low, then I'm gonna start looking for shorts. And then I usually like it when after I do my analysis, when 50 is above 200, and then we are retracing down like this, and we are bouncing off of that 200, or just that zone in between the 50 EMA and the 200 EMA, and then we just shoot out. Yeah, those kind of are some good trades. That could be my A+ setup right there. But now I've seen a couple of these, so I'm gonna keep on taking some more entries like those. Don't really happen all the time, but once I see them, then maybe I might do a bigger consideration of going in with a little bit more risk, or just wait to see those levels they're being respected, and then when we start going up, then I can keep adding as we go up. So this was an abrupt candle to the upside. It could have easily also gone down, and if that happened, then all those gains would have, because I'm thinking, let me see, let's just see the size of that candle from that open price to up there. That's like 790. Do I say 90 units or do I say 90 points? Why do I have a delay on my, I don't like that. Anyway, so we have 90 units or 90 points. So let's go down, let's see where that would have been. Oh my god, yeah, just about to hit my stop loss, right? And what would have kept that price then from going to take that low as well? Nothing. So all that could have been swept away. So yeah, so once you get to those, you know, whatever, just stick to your plans, man. Just take a huge chunk over there, and then the rest should be just a bonus. But then again, of course, the other plan is if we are well above, well, if we are good in profits in the week, then yeah, you can see if that baby will go your way. So this would have been a bang of a trade. So pretty much that worked well. Anyway, so that goes down for the journals, and we will be looking at that. So we forget about all that. That was what happened yesterday. Today is a new day, different dynamics. We're just trying to make sense out of whatever is offered today. Let me see if there was any news today. No news, no high whatever news. IMF meetings all day long, whatever that is. We just news. It's news. Revised UM consumer sentiment. Good job. I just like to have the gray folder and the high impact and the medium impact folders over there. This is just to let me know that hey, there's holidays and stuff like that. I think so. Yes. Anyway, let's start. We do have a lot of time because I have to wait for the 11 p.m. candle to close before I can take a trade. So let's do that top down analysis real quick. Let me, I don't know why I do that all the time. This is what I want. That should be, today was a sad day, man, but yeah, I don't know if I can talk about that here, but rest in peace, is all I could say, is all I can say. Rest in peace, auntie. All right, so where are we? So we could be heading to, we're bullish, and I'm considering this low here. That could be a nice target, or weekly low. I'm just putting those levels, and then when I'm doing my journals, I kind of see, do they have any significance, or should I just leave them alone, you know? And then we do have this gap here, which I don't know if I should add to my lipstick. 400 points now. So actually, I wanted to see how many points. Just 1 second here. Real quick. Let's see how many points that yesterday's whatever did. Yesterday's just up to this 4 hour, because this was a 4 hour 4 hour breaker. So we did like let's see, does it show 171 points? 170 points, that's a lot. And the stop loss was what it's gonna show there, 45. So the total move on sales, so 200 points is way more than enough to feed me. Oh my god. And let me just see something. What is that daily candle look like so far? So 200 points. 200 points is enough to feed this brother. We're looking at 353. Okay, so that was quite a movement yesterday. That was quite some movement yesterday. 800 points. So the smallest candle that I'm seeing within range is about 395, but just another, we're also going up and down. So okay, back to the analysis paralysis. Okay, doke. Ain't nobody in the charts right now. Okay, so I did mark that monthly low over there, which I think is important, and we're good. 400 points up to here. I don't need that. So what else are we seeing? So this is the previous week is we just crossed it. I'm gonna mark it again, and I know it's already marked, I'm sure. On the previous day it was 425. No, that has to be 425. Yep. 1 2 3. It's already marked, I believe so. Anyway, I'm also not so much what do I say, the journaling. I'm also I'm not really stressing myself anymore with journaling, because I started doing weekly reviews, which I used to do, but I'm started live streaming, and as I do them, I think the most important thing is to just go back. But then again, I need to journal, because then when doing the reviews, just go back and journal real quick instead of back testing. Yep, journaling is important. Okay, never mind, I didn't say nothing. Okay, so weekly we do have that previous week high over there. Now this might cause me to start doing too much now. Previous week high, because then I also have this level here, and we are currently, price just crossed that weekly low over there, which is okay. I'm not gonna mark, so let's just do it. We do have that old weekly high over there. It's old. Or do I say 2 weekly high? 2 previous week high. I'll just leave it like that. So we're good here. Look, I think we are in a BPR zone, because if this candle came in close here and then this one just went up a little bit and just start going down, we would have a fair value gap over there, but there's no fair value gap, so this could be a resistance zone here right there. So I can expect some retracement back down. We'll see. This could be one of those days. We'll see how that works. But I need the setup to form before 1 p.m. because I'm gonna be leaving my charts after 1 p.m. So let's go down to the daily. We do have a daily BPR over there. I'll just mark it just for now. I'm just gonna use a ton of salt, let's say a grain of salt, just calling this whatever I'm calling, but I know what I mean though, but the wording could be inaccurate, so we're just gonna call it whatever PPR. That makes sense to me. It's a balanced zone right there. So let's go down to the daily. You're gonna hear these people don't even know what they're teaching. I don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. They have no business teaching. I'm not teaching, I'm just having fun here. The daily, so that's the previous day high right there. I'm gonna mark that too. Previous day high. And that old weekly low, what significance does it have? So that fair value gap completely closed with that week. What do we have here? We do have a daily fair value gap over there, so we're likely to get there today. I don't think so, but I'll just mark it on this analysis, and I think that's it. That should be fine for us to now go down to the 1 hour time frame, and then I'll come look. We still do have a lot of time. We have 17 minutes, so I'm expecting a reversal here, right? Wait a minute, it's not the daily, it's the weekly. The BPR on the weekly time frame. I won't fret if I see a reversal here, but I'm gonna keep this to the side so we already know what that is. We're also gonna study half of this week. I'm not gonna mark it, but we're pretty much somewhere there. The half of that week, could that be equilibrium or whatever? So we're just about to get there. I'm not gonna mark it because what happened is, before once we get to such a spot, if I see just a pattern that shows me we're going down, man, I mean that's it. But I don't know, important levels, but just stick within your whatever. Just note what price is doing. If it's working, if it's reacting to what you wanted to see, yeah, but still wait for your parameters to come in place. So I'm just curious though, so I'm just gonna mark it just to see what that level will do. That's all. This is what having so much time on the charts does to me, man. I start just marking whatever. So I'm gonna have that in blue. That's how I mark my equilibriums or my equals or whatever. And I'm just call it daily D week EQ. I'm just curious because I do understand that the half of them is like a fair value gap. It's a PD array, so we'll see what that will do for us. I'm curious. Oh wait, that's on the weekly actually. It's on the weekly, so we're gonna go down to smaller time frames and see what's around those levels too, right? So I think we're done with the daily. That's the next daily high over there. Old. Damn. Man. Previous day high, where are you? I don't want to change a lot of things, so I'll just call it the old daily high over there. Too many levels now. I don't like seeing this. Not that there's a problem. When you go down to the lower time frame, we won't have to worry about this, but I just like it when they are on the point right there. Or daily high. Okay, so if we do keep going up, I think that's a zone, that's a level right there, and then another one there, and then maybe somewhere here. But we've done like how many points so far? 347. Okay, let's go down to the 1 hour and see how this looks like here, because this is now what determines my entries or not. So I'm thinking maybe this will finish bullish, and then the next candle we can trade above this candle, and then maybe shoot down towards that low. And we have no imbalance here, no fair value gap up to here. So this is a nice slide board. You think about low resistance zone on at least on the 1 hour. We do have like an inverted fair value gap over there, and we kept shooting up. So if we do keep on coming down, then that could be like a target maybe. So I'll just mark it. 1 hour inverted fair value gap over there. Okay, let's see. So if this candle opens and they keep going up, then we don't have a trade. The only other thing I could think of is if it opens and then the next candle opens and we come to at least the discount or the lower half of this candle, but those are also not my best trades. I'll prefer if they came down, took out that low, and then maybe we resume like what we saw yesterday. But yesterday was yesterday, so maybe because there could be like a 5-minute fair value gap here that we could use. I just don't like those setups though, so I might just pass or go in with a small risk. They do work well too, but not my cup of tea, not my cappuccino. See, right there, 5-minute fair value gap. That is what I'll bet on, man. That is looking good. And the other, oh wait a minute, so these ones we gonna have to go to. All right, so I'm gonna finish on this side because I have two charts here, same thing, but I'm keeping my little higher time frame levels on one side. This is just too dirty for my liking. Do we need that old weekly high? I don't think we do, because we do have this fair value gap which can represent that level. So I'm gonna get rid of that all weekly high, this one right here, because on the 1 hour I already have that small box over there. So we're gonna get rid of that one. I'm trying to see what about this previous day high. That one can stay. Previous week high, I could just do like a zone here and just call it support, because 1 2 3 on the 1 hour. That no. Okay, so that's zone there. So okay, now let's go to the 5 minute. So this is good, this is good, this is good. I already laid out what I'm expecting. The new candle to open, trade above this high. It will not have taken that high, and then start working our way down. Now if we do get that set up, I need you to understand. Wait a minute, where are we? So this is that 1 hour candle. We do have this 5 minute fair value gap over there. I'm gonna pull this to 1 p.m. 5 p.m. So if I would draw it here, you would see it. It's just within that previous candle right there. And pull this to the side. So if I do go to the 1 hour, you can see it's just right there. Wait a minute. Yeah, this is after 11. This is 11 to 11:05. So that did form 10:55. The 10:55 to 11 candle. So if that happens, we get a setup, a nice setup, textbook setup to shoot down. My target should be because that is the low of that 1 hour. If we currently it's the low, that 1 hour low, which is this one too. Pull this to 1 p.m. I'm gonna get rid of that one, and I will be taking a huge chunk over here because we can see price easily coming here and shoot back up, especially that we are bullish. So we hit that. If I don't want to take profits, then I have to break even or at least reduce my risk by half. But I think it will be smart to pay yourself, then see it will keep working its way down. So far that's our 1 hour low right there, previous 1 hour low. And in the next 8 minutes we'll find out if that's the high. So everything up to now is bullish. So the monthly candle was reversed. This is nuts. So all this was red. Oh, markets are crashing. Markets are crashing. I'm amazed we didn't get to that fair value gap over there. I think they're not finished. I am amazed we didn't get to that fair value gap down there, man. Because I was thinking they would even come down to this breaker here. So that would be a good crash. Good crash in quotes. I was thinking they would see that low, high, lower, low, and then we went up that zone. I thought they would get there, because that would be a very, very cheap price for these people to buy even better and then go back up. So where's COVID? We've talked about this before. COVID was February 2020, right about there. That's the drop that happened. Now what is this? 2021. Well, why did we have this drop in 2021? So COVID, we went down to where? To January 2019 levels. Shot up. 2021 we shot down to 2020 level, and then we shot up again. So this one we went down to 2024. So here we have gains like September, October, November, December, January, and then in 2 months only, gains like 5 months gains is just wiped off, and then in 2 more months they go back to where they were. So a lot of people here are taking losses when this thing is dropping, and a lot of people here are making gains real quick when this thing is going up. Eat man, eat society. What does that mean? Well, you get eaten while you eat when others are eating or whatever, because this long-term thing is what we're gonna be getting into soon, man. We have to get into that long-term game, man. So I'm thinking, if I was looking at this chart, what would I be waiting for? I'd be waiting for a breaker to go long. So what will be my breaker? Low, high, lower, low. Once we break structure, I'm looking for a breaker, which will be, I will just take a series of all these candles. I know there's people who just take the first one there, but how do you wear that out? Because I need to know, I need to put my stop loss. I just take a series of all bullish candles. So low, high, lower, low. Once we cross above the high, I mean, this is my strategy right now, my smaller time frames. So that will be my entry right there. My stop loss just below that low. Do you call it a stop loss? So you're holding. So in draw. So if I do enter in the month of May, the whole of June. So May, whole of May, I mean drawdown, right? And then June, May. So June I start gaining. Now you're just watching this price. Okay, 4 minutes to the 12 p.m. candle. So let me just bamba myself here. So that was my entry. Come on. Right there. So now this is I mean, you're buying for the long term. So July, so May, that's where I entered. I mean drawdown. June I go up, July, and then what is this? August, I mean drawdown, and then September I'm good. Come on. September I'll go up. What is this? September, October, November, December, January. So January we like 0.8 R. And then something comes up. You have to wear masks. And we go. So you just saw 1 hour of your money. But in this on the long run, so there's no way you're taking 1 hour after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months. And then it just breaks down on you. And then they're just about to come and take you out. So if you risk more than you're willing to lose, then you might have just come out on this one. So if you stayed, so that's past COVID, I think. Now we just feeling the effects, and that baby starts going up. So you entered in 2019. Oh my god. So you're looking at 1:4 in 2021. Oh no, thank you. No, thank you. I think it makes sense if you have millions and millions of dollars. If you got millions and millions of dollars, I think that's the best game to play. So what am I waiting for? I'm waiting for this 1 hour candle to close so I can have the 1 hour or whatever marked, and expecting something like we trade above that 1 hour high, the previous 1 hour high, and then come down to this level or even that level right there. Take our partials here, so maybe some more partials here, and then leave a runner to see if price will want to keep on going down. So that's my play here. If we keep going up, then no trade. No trade unless we open and then we come to this zone. I might look for a trade. If that loses, I'll wait for them to take this low. If I get another trade, I will enter with half risk of what I initially risked here. So if that loses, then we have a losing day. And if that works, then we see if we can make back our original risk and maybe something little. We'll find out soon. We'll find out soon. Low, high, lower, low. So this was supposed to be a break on the 5 minute, but price was like, nope, we're not done yet, my guy. We are not done. Because this was supposed to close and use that as support, as resistance to keep shooting down. But look at what we had here on the 5 minute. So that's now inverted. I'm just gonna mark it just to see what it's doing. Nah, we're gonna start paralysizing here. Let's just keep it simple. Let me see what the EMAs look like. That's the low right there. So maybe we can have a play like yesterday. That would be nice. So start shooting down, take that low, and then go back up, and 50 remain. Just stay above 200 to see if we can shoot up. Look what we're forming here. Where's that triangle? I have a hard time finding these things. No, today is easy. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that triangle right there. Price is being squeezed, so it has to make a decision. Do I go up or do I go down? Now, as we know, price, this is what you'd want to see, right? Probably. But this, it can go up and come down and then go up, or go up, come down, retest that zone, then go down, or the opposite of this, go down, then shoot up, then retest this area, then go up, or go down, up. They will do whatever, anything. So now that's like a breakout, right? So maybe we retest and then we shoot up to maybe that high, but I prefer to stay on the sidelines when I see that right there due to past losses. Due to past punishments. Who else trades at this time? Wow, 0 viewers. Who am I talking to? Whoa, so 12th candle already open. How did I not even realize that? What am I doing? Okay, that was fast. So that's the 12th high, what did it, 1 hour high right there. And I still need to draw it on this side. I don't need to repeat myself. So I'm gonna just do this here. There we go. So that's the 1 hour high over there. So that's good. at 11:49. So let's see if we can take out the high and then come down. So far this is my bounce zone, this down candle. If we do take out that high, and I'm gonna get rid of these EMAs because I'm looking for a short. So I prefer if I was looking for a long, so maybe trade down here. In this case I'm not gonna take a trade because of that, because I know we can pretty much trade to at least the discount of this 1 hour zone. So this here we just had it there for fun, so I'm gonna just try to get it out the way. So that's the range right there at the previous 1 hour high and the previous 1 hour low. We do have some low resistance around here, maybe a little bit of that unclosed gap over there, but that's not an issue for me. So no back testing this weekend, not available. Maybe I could do it on Monday just before 11:30. But I'll try to be available every Saturday after this weekend, God willing, because I think reviewing your trade is very, very important. Importante. You know what I should have done? I should have just had like an original, because I want to move the one off on this other side. I need this to be a little bit longer. It looks good to me like that today. I just want it to look like that today. Bruh, we live in equal highs there. So we know that's a setup. So if they come down, we know that they're leaving those there to come and shoot them. So those are equal highs right there. Relative equal highs or double tops too. So I know these people's strategies that look like that. So we just on that sort of triangle over there, which is something I don't look at any. I mean, when I see it, I'll just denote it for fun. But so if we took out that high, this would be my bounce zone, but we did not. So I'm gonna just chill here. That'll be my bounce zone over there. But now we can't do nothing, man. I'm curious. US30, have they taken out? Now all these levels are gonna transpose to this side, but that's okay. Yeah, so US30 has taken out that high. How about US500? They have not. So we're looking at a possible SMT. For me, I confirm the SMTs when we break our structure, or rather when we break a swing low to the downside. So that SMT to me is confirmed. So up to now, not yet. So we do have a high, high low. US30 we have a high and a high. US100, US500, high, low. So if we're considering this high, we do have a high. US30 high. The same with US100, high. So the SMT could be visible maybe on the 5 minute or whatever. So we just stay patient here. Patience. Why do we have 2 1 hour highs here? Oh, that's because the levels transposed, that's why. it and sync to this side. This is already marked on the other side. This level is on this side. I don't need it on this side. This is not change breaker, so I'm just saying that will be my bounce zone. So today is Friday. We're also not expecting too much, but just to say that we won't see some action. Another possibility is they could just stay in here. So we just have to wait and see. 5 minutes. So nothing else. Curious to see. So this, I would say we traded down and up. So yeah, I don't need that level no more. Unless maybe to see if they're using it to bounce up. But so, and then when it come down, if we close below it, then that could give us some, confirmation that we'll keep on going down. But if my set of forms with or without it, I'm gonna take it, so it's irrelevant to me. We do have another one here. Again, we've done traded up, but we haven't really gone down completely. Oh no, that was just gonna cause me some paralysis. Anyway, we're just gonna keep it simple. So I need to see something like this, or if not, if we keep on going down, then maybe I might consider this one, because I've seen that one a couple of times. Something like that. But I would prefer if it would be something like this. So maybe somewhere here and then down. Something like this. Then something like that. If I see that, I am gonna participate in this. So it's 12:12. I will just keep staying. So before I would have felt the need to be in this move, like let's go in. We have to be in this move. What if he wants to go down? Or I think these highs are gonna get taken. So at the slightest bullish candle, I'm in. Yeah, we don't do that no more, man. We wait. So I need to step away from my charts for a second here. So I'm gonna have a lot just right there, and probably a lot down here. I'm not comfortable taking this trade here, I'm not gonna lie. And anyway, I'll watch, see how that goes. So let me put on a lot over there too. I'm gonna step away for a second. I'll be right back as soon as I can. I'll be right back soon. So like 2 minutes or so. welcome back. Why is it? Okay, we're good. So still no setup. We just keep on being we just keep I'm here now, so I don't need those. We keep being patient. Equal highs right there, so those are likely to be swept, man. Look again, equal lows here. Liquidity on both sides. You don't want to. Why would you want to be trading in here, man? They could do anything, either go up or go down. Why would you want to be trading this? Fair value gap over here. Short up, now we're below it. Body's just inside there, so but that was the case here. Oh boy. Boom 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 boom. Bodies, everything has been kept up. Jesus. Okay, there's a high probability that we might just stay in here. So I'm gonna pull back that a lot. I'm just gonna do something else. This is, and I'd like to see a lot get down there too. So let's just watch and see what will happen. 5 minute, I'll still need to see my 5 minute order block confirmation, so I may as well just stay on the 5 minute. Once we see the order block confirmation, we're going down to the 1 minute and look for bounce zone, and that's what we're entering. Stop losses at the end of the highest high within that range, or at least cover every fair value gap, and then TP is the initially or preferably the end of the other side of the previous one now. So, and today is Friday, so you gotta be careful of that too. I'm trying to see, so this is, let me go back to the daily. It was pretty much a predominantly bullish week. Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. So Monday we went down, manipulation, and then we have expanded the rest of the week. So Friday we're likely to see a retracement maybe, or is it likely to go up, or is it done with what it needs to do? We'll find out soon. This will be a good time to look at how my live streams have been doing. So we'll just go work on that. Day in the life, my Lambo got a little sister. So we're averaging 20 views. There's a video that got like 120 views. I was like, oh, okay. $20 views is the average, which is okay. 21, 26, 28, 64, 75. So the weekly trades review and the back test is kind of getting some traction, which is okay. Okay, we've seen that. But I understand, man, it's tough kind of just sitting there seeing someone else trade. Bruh, that's tough. It's tough. But I'm just doing this for documentation purposes, man. Documentation purposes. In future, just come back and see what I was doing and all the opportunities I was missing, you know. Yesterday's video got 32 views. Nice. I want to see something else. How long are people staying? Watch time 60. I need 1,000 hours, right? 1,000 watch time hours. No, 4,000. So that's not easy. So to be monetized, you need what? 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. I've done so many lives and we only have 67, so gotta work on that. 62 subscribers. Okay, we got an extra one. We were 61 yesterday, so we were growing because I kind of like my subscribers because they're all organic. How do I go back? We are consolidating again. Look, we're forming another triangle here. So you don't want to be trading. Okay, I'm not an advisor, but man, you don't want to be trading. I mean, unless you took a trade down here and you break even, or you know, paid yourself something and you're thinking maybe you're gonna shoot up further. That's okay, but taking a trade here, man. Anyway, what do I know? I used to do that a lot, so nope. I just wait for that range that they're creating to be traded on either side, and then if that takes you out, that's okay. That's, you are in a better position than trading in here. 12:27. So maybe the daily candle is just gonna close there now. Maybe it's a good idea to not do nothing, but we still have some time, so let's see if we can get something off of this. Anyway, someone could be in a short right now and they win. So what you telling them? You're telling them nothing. Whoa, wait. Damn. So my live streams are at least 1.5 hours, man. And the average duration is 1 minute. 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 7 minutes. Bruh. 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute. This is just today. So far the people coming in, they're not staying that long. So average, so I've done 20. No, this is today. Peak concurrent viewers 3. I wish I could show this page, but I don't know how much I'll be giving in terms of my information. So there's scary people out here. Maybe you could see a little bit of it on my screen down there. So it looks like we'll be taking these lows here. This is actually good if they can shoot down, but do we have time though? If they, yeah, we can see that happen. If we can shoot down and just come and trade below this 1 hour low, I'm just not seeing anything that's oh, look at this. How had I not seen that? That is a 4-hour pull over there, 4-hour fair value gap over there. So that would be nice if they came down there. That would be really, really nice if they traded to. That is where you need to be in the middle, inside. No, this one. Okay. So there's a fair value gap, but this is the current 4-hour time frame. It's not really a 4-hour fair value gap. This needs to close, but what time does it close though? 3 or 4? So no. So that would be just an immediate rebalance, kind of. So yeah, we don't have nothing there. Completely closed. So I'm thinking we might not need to calm down here, maybe. I don't know. And on the 5-minute, we don't have nothing here. So if we do close down here, then maybe we're just gonna fly down. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Five-minute order block right there. Confirmed. And then if we drop down to the 1 minute, do we see any form of setup? Yes, we do. This down candle here, or even this one. So we have a high, low, high, high. We broke down. So we do have this down candle paired with a fair value gap right there. So that could be a setup, but I'm not gonna take it. It's not forming where I wanted it to be. So if that, if I saw that pattern like above here, I would comfortably take a shot to go down. Because I definitely like this series of down candles here. See that right there? Paired with this fair value gap here that we already had marked anyway. Right there. That'll be a nice setup, man. So your entry could be something like, my entry could be something like this. Stop loss above that high. And you can be a little bit more aggressive, knowing that in this fair value gap we did go into it. So that would be an aggressive stop loss right there. And then see if we could get down to this 5-minute pull over here. Take a huge, pay yourself there, pay yourself here. And then there's a slide boot here. All the way down here. See if that could work for us. So that right there could also be an entry. A stop loss just above the high, or even aggressive, whatever, just above a breaker or that swing high right there. And to shoot all the way down. But also beware that we do have equal highs here, which could be liquidity for others, and for others that's strong support. And they took a shot and they are in the money right now, depending on where you entered. I don't know where double tops people enter. Resistance. So you wait for break of structure, will be somewhere here, and maybe wait for retracement to shoot down further. We don't know about that. So let's see if we can make our eyes feel good. But there's a high probability that will keep on going down. I just don't like the equal highs here, so I'll still stay on the sidelines here. So I do have alerts on above the high and right of that 5-minute fair value gap, because I'm thinking this could be a nice place to give it a shot to go back up, maybe take those highs. Sweet meat up there, yummy. Stop being a weirdo boy. But this week we've seen those levels being respected and price within that time frame, which is, so this week was quite interesting, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of gems to note. So I'll be doing a review maybe on Monday. Saturday and Sunday is a no day for me, not this weekend. Okay, where were we? So let's just keep watching, see what's going on right there. That could be today's setup actually. So internal range, we are in within the range, seeking for external range, at least within this 1 hour. So internal range liquidity will be like, well, maybe how we traded above the high, but we're also taking these lows here, but I'm favoring going down further. But then again, this is also what they needed to do to go take these highs, because if that was a range, we've taken one side, so now the aim could be the other side. Again, we do have a zone here where price can come into and go down, so it's just uncertain for me, so I'm just gonna stay on the sidelines. No trade is better than a losing trade, right? So if my aim is to bring people to watch my content, then maybe the best way is to start doing videos, like 10-minute videos, and putting them online. But the problem with that is it takes time, man, and I'm not in a position right now to start hiring people to do that stuff for me. So yeah, the fans are gonna have to wait, man. I started doing videos, and then I was doing a couple of them, and I noticed the more I did them, the faster I became. But average view duration 5 minutes. That's still dope, man. People are too busy. People just want to go to the next interesting thing, and someone is giving you 5 minutes of their time. That's impressive. While I appreciate for that. 5 minutes of their time. South Africa, Kenya, Nigeria, United States. Hmm. 18 to 24 years and 25 to 34 years. Interesting. So younger people are watching my stream. Okay, let's see the gender. Damn. No female is coming to watch my streams. Damn, only men. Oh boy. Okay, we're now going down. It's now 12:39. That could be the high of the day, but why would they leave it anyway? That could be the high of the day. Looking at the daily time frame here. So that down candle there is pushing price to the downside, so I'm gonna get rid of that. That was just me trying to watch something there. So most people giving me more views are subscribed. Okay. Most people are watching from their mobile phones. A number of them from their computer too, and a number of them from their TV and tablets. Now, even though my screen is blurred here, how much of the information am I giving? I don't know. I don't think so. Bingo. Honestly, I don't care. All right, let's focus here. See if we might get something for Friday. Friday. I don't know why I deleted this. I was just watching that. Dude, I want to see if they get there. They will do nothing. Something. Because they didn't touch that fair value gap. I'm just curious to see if that's what they're trying to do. $12.44. now 12:44. So this has already been taken, so we don't need that. So by now I usually like to be already in a trade. So I'm thinking maybe call it quits here, man. Leaving a trade running after 1 p.m. is a no-no. If I have to leave the charts, I'm no longer comfortable leaving a trade running. I feel like that's gambling now. Well, patience, patience, patience. Mm. 12:48, 2 minutes to 12:50. I like to watch that 12:50 candle. I like to be in a trade world like before 12:50. But we are in between the previous 1 hour range, so I can't do nothing. My hands are tied. So just watching price here. High probabilities we might just range in here, so I might just get rid of those alerts. This is just something I drew to kind of watch what it's doing. So if I was impatient enough, I probably would have taken that trade and I would have seen something like 1.96. That's not my thing though. I need to wait for price to trade above that range. If not, I just sit on the sidelines and keep waiting. But now time is running out. Okay, 50 seconds to 12:50. I want to see what that volatility will do today. $33 seconds. So will they push to the downside to at least that 5-minute fair value gap over there. So we'll find out in 20 seconds. 19, 10 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nothing. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. I'm just curious if this is where they're coming. They've already touched that breaker. So bodies, oh no way. So completely close that fair value gap. Okay, they just went through it. That is that 1250 volatility one. So if you're in a short here, everything is just about get wiped one. So this thing will either work for you or against you. Ooh. Now if your stop loss was right here, then brother is coming for you. Ooh. That's 1250 for you. So, am I comfortable taking a trade after now? No, it's Friday. So most likely for what I'm seeing is I think they're coming for this double top over here, those equal highs over there. So today will be a no trade, so I think I've taken one loss this week and one win. So what a week, or maybe two losses and one win. What a week. One of the trades I took was me leaving the trade running, right? So that's something I'm thinking within this time period, man. And unless you are deep in profits and you paid yourself, then once the market closes, you probably want to be out, at least during this season where we're gapping up and gapping down. Aish, if you look at the daily time frame, the number of gaps we are seeing, too many. It's like a stock market, or maybe it is a stock. It's like stock prices, gaps, gap, 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 gap. Too many gaps, man. I mean, if you look at price before, you'd see them, but not all the time, man. They really happen. Because right now I can see one here and another one here. And then you kind of take a while before you see another one. Here's another one. Where? Here. This is in 2024. And then another one here. And then maybe this one here. This is January after Mr. February took power now. And all of a sudden we're now having gaps. That means the economy is moving, right? I don't know. I don't know to know. Alright, so we've taken out those eyes. Ugh. So that's okay. I would have loved to see this happen down here, at least at that 5-minute fair value gap. But price will do what it wants to do. So that whatever that fair value gap was used as support, because it just came in, touched it, and shot up. So that's nothing I want to worry about. It's not anywhere in my plan, my strategy. So this is kind of what I wanted to see on this previous 1 hour candle close, trade above it, and then just the movement to the downside could have given us something though, but maybe that would have been a break even trade or a stop loss if we didn't get to that 5 minute, if I did enter here, because that's the place where I would like to take out something. Or if we left those equal highs like that, we trade down to at least that 5 minute fair value gap over there, or preferably below this 1 hour low here, and then we come back, which is the setup that we saw yesterday, but today just had its own dynamics. So looking at this, that would be my bounce zone over there to enter a short, but it's Friday, it's 12:55. Yeah, we can easily see price trade all the way down, but I don't want to take part in this. So that will be my entry once we close with the body before, and then a retest of that, and then to see if we can now maybe get to that 5 minute fair value gap or even go down further. But I'll just close it here and we try again next week. So I am now comfortable with this strategy, so I'll just keep it. I'll just trade this moving forward and just kind of see if there's some alignments that I need. For example, I think Monday and Tuesday I didn't take no trades because price did trade above that previous 1 hour high, so I'm expecting for price to come down, but it did not. It formed, instead of forming a short setup, it did form a long setup, which I noticed after it happened. So that is something I'll be looking for in future, instead of jumping to another strategy like we've been doing all these years. So it's taking quite some discipline to get to this point. You're like, bruh, all strategies they lose and they work, so choose one and stay with it. So I'm gonna end this stream here, and I'm thinking this is just one of those days where probably they just stick over there, maybe move a little bit or down a little bit, but we might just see a range here or whatever they want to do. There's still 1 more hour before 1 hour 3 minutes before the market's close. So that's it for me, Trader Maria, and I'm out. I don't know when I'm gonna do a weekly review, which is extremely important, so so maybe Monday morning I'll do the reviews of this week. Could have been better if I did them on Saturday, but Saturday is not gonna be possible for me. Well, with the plans so far. So that would now be my bounce zone because we've traded above that high. I'd love to see a candle close, but that's good. Okay, I need to step away from my charts before I start seeing some things start happening and I get excited. Anyway, that was Trader Maria, and I'm out, and I'll see you again next week, same time, 11:30, and we're gonna keep on hunting that 12 p.m. candle, right? And then we'll see how that goes. So maybe in future, maybe start trading a little bit early, kind of consider the 11 p.m. candle as well, based on how the 12 p.m. candle works. So if I did come in front of my charts a little bit earlier, there will be no trade for me because we did nothing with this 10 p.m. candle. So the only other time I've seen something was with this, what is this? This is a 6 a.m. candle. So waiting for the 5 to 6 to close, but I don't know, because I still have to see what 6:30 will do. So out of curiosity, let's check out this candle, because that's kind of the setup that I want to. Let's go check it out, see how it looks like. What am I gonna do? Let me group this first for the sake of journaling, kind of what I was looking for today. Four 25 hapo iko sawa. It feels good, man, coming out of a no trade day with no losses, instead of coming out of an uncertain day, you are not sure and it came up with losses. It feels bad, man. I didn't know there was a day I would feel good about myself for not taking a trade on uncertain days. Because my motto right now is, if I'm gonna take a loss, I need that loss to be worth it. My setup formed, everything aligned, but price just took me out. I'm like, I'm okay with that. But if you take a loss and then you're like, I wasn't supposed to do that. Nah, I can't deal with that crap no more. We don't come too far to wrestle with such nonsense. Okie doke. So let's go back. I want to go see this candle here, because that's the only one I see that traded above its range, above the previous 1 hour range, or probably even this one. But let's check out this one, because I see it expanded. So what do I want to do here? I want to get rid of those levels, and then let's go back, market replay to right there. This side, for some reason, I don't know why this side, the market replay doesn't work. So let's go to this side. So take this as a practice or something. Let's see. It's amazing, because yesterday I did such a thing, and then the same setup formed real time. Okay, so we're gonna go down to the 1 minute so I can move forward so the new candle can open. Boom. So okay, we know it went down and up, so let's do this. I thought for a second I'm on, what do you call this, FX replay. So that's the 1 hour low and that's the 1 hour high. Okay, so 5 to 6, so we're gonna pull this to 7, and my time is up. I need to be out of these charts like right about now. Let's just do this one, just a quick recap of this strategy. Simple. Just identify a range, wait for that range to be traded below or above, and then wait for that formation. What is it called? ICTD or whatever. So as we speak right now, that will be my bounce zone, the up candle. That is what I'll be looking for to trade above, and then go down to the 5 minute and make sure that there's a 5 minute fair value order block. Fair value crap. 5 minute order block, right? So let's go up. There we go. We just closed above it, right? So that right there should be enough, but if the 5 minute hasn't closed, which in this case it has, it can easily just go up, which is something we have seen, and then it closes down, and that already just is a low probability, because that means that the momentum is still going down. I mean, that's just a filter that I feel is important for this strategy at least. So with that confirmation right there, that gives me some more confirmation that we could be having some momentum to go up. So going back to the 1 minute, I'll need to see what time this candle was. This was this 5:55 to 6 a.m. candle. So what time is it? What candle is this? This is a 5:55 to 6. This one open, so this is the 6 candle to 6:05 candle. So clearly I'll be waiting for 6:05 before I even consider taking a trade there. What time is it? 6:03, 6:04, 6:05, and it just left without me. No way. Let's see what the next candle looks like. Oh yeah, so probably I would have missed that trade. That sucks. Because then I'll be waiting for price to come back down. But here's something else. We do have another bounces on here. This is also something I've been doing, so just in case we don't come back down here. So the 5. This was the 605 candle that went up, that went all the way up and touched the high. Now, would I have taken this trade? I don't know. I've never seen this before. I've never seen that before, because that would be my target. So what would have made me to take this trade? Maybe I would have risked. I don't know. I've never seen this before, so if I do see it again, I'll still take the trade. And then what I'll do is make sure that all fair value gaps are covered. So in this case, my stop loss will be all the way down there, or maybe at this low, which is something I've done before, and price came down to that level, took me out, and then so your optimal stop loss will be below the lowest low, and in this case the RR is not that great, so you'll be offering just 1R, which is still money. Come on. So if that's what I did, then looks like we went and hit TP 1R, and seems like it still kept going. The other thing I would do is probably maybe take that high to this low and wait for these 2 to 2.5 level to be traded to. So once we get here, probably break even, or the worst of the worst is maybe reduce that risk by half, but probably break even if you're not gonna even pay yourself, and then just hold, see if we can get up. Then seems like we're getting a better RR. So this is all hindsight, so at least you'd make like 2.19. Let's see if we got to that spot. I think we did. Yes, we did. So that would have scared you, but this is the cost of holding on, right? Retracements. So if you did break even, that was just about to take your stop loss, so that is something you should be okay with. And then it just hits up, so probably here your emotions like, oh, I should have taken out something, I should have closed everything, but those are things that you should be mentally ready for, right? For price, if you don't pay yourself, especially after we got up here, you're looking at 2R already, right? And you still didn't pay yourself to break even. So if you still want to hold, make sure you're ready for your stop loss to be hit if you break even, and also make sure to understand that price can now go back and hit your target. So because those are some of the things that can mess up your psyche. So that would have been a nice trade. So next time I see something like this, I will still take a trade, because that's just a weak shot down, and maybe start considering Raja Banks here. Weak feel. Weeks don't lie. Anyway, I am going to stop the stream here. My time is up. It's now 1:07, and I'll see you guys on Monday. So do have a nice week. We could have gone through some other examples too. Another thing I like about this strategy, it's not happening all the time. Does that make it more viable? We don't know. Let me just see where we are in terms of what we've done today. Okay, so that's the new bounce zone. Once we close below it, then see if we can go down, but I wouldn't take a trade right now. Anyway, trader Mavera, and I'm out. Peace. Do have a good weekend, and God bless you all. I'll see you on Monday, same time, 11:30, and I'm out. Thank you.